Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm Paul Zagorski for PZ Guitar, your virtual practice partner. This is the channel for beginners and low-level intermediates to practice. Just practice. Just like Allen Iverson, we're just talking about practice. So today, we're going to do 4 strumming patterns. Actually, we did this with the chords A and E in another practice session. We're going to do the same 4 strumming patterns, but this time with the chords G and D. So stick around, let's practice. I'll see you in the lab. Hey, welcome back to the lab. This is Paul Zagorski for PZ Guitar. Today we're going to do 4 strumming patterns. So I'm going to put a link in the video for the 4 strumming patterns. So that way you can have it as a reference, and that way you know what's coming up. You can write it down, take a screenshot, transpose it however you want. But keep it for reference. They're good things to have. And so today our first strumming pattern is going to be, and actually I have the same pattern that I'm going to put on the screen. I have it right here, as a matter of fact. So that way I can follow along at home just like you. So our first pattern is going to be down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So we've done this once before, but this time we're doing it with a different chord. This time we're going to do it with a G and a 4-string D chord. So here we go. We're going to do this nice and slow. Here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. G. Last G, last D. Tremendous, very good. Give your fingers a little bit of a break. I'll see you in lab number 2 for strumming pattern number 2. See you in just a bit. Hey, welcome back. It's lab number 2, strumming pattern number 2. Same 2 chords, G and D. Strumming pattern number 2 is down, 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 up, down. So you ready? Let's do this again. G and D chords, and we'll start off nice and slow. We'll get a nice rhythm going. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. G, D, D, last G, last D. Fabulous. Give your fingers a break. I mean, my fingers, well, yeah, they're starting to hurt a little bit too. They're pretty static. I'll see you for lab number 3 for strumming pattern number 3. See you in just a bit. Hey, welcome back. It is strumming pattern number 3. Same chords, G and D. Strumming pattern number 3, if you can't remember or if you don't have it in front of you, down, up, down, up, down. We're not going to do it that fast, but when you speed it up, it actually can sound like a song. But nevertheless, we're here to practice. We're here to get a good rhythm going on these strumming patterns. New chords, G and D. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. D, G, D. G, few more. Last G, last D. Fantastic. We are just cruising along. I'll see you in the lab for number 4, strum pattern number 4. See you in a bit. Hey, here we are, back for number 4. You made it this far. Congratulations. Excellent work. It's good practice. It's good to get this foundational work in. Again, it's still the G and D. Strumming pattern number 4. Number 4 is this. Down, down, up, up, down. Sounds like a little bit like Brown Eyed Girl. That's a hint, by the way. So here we go. Strumming pattern number 4, nice and slow. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fantastic. Hey, I'll see you at the end here in the recap. Good work, and I'll talk to you in the recap and give you some more tips. See you in just a second. Hey, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around this far. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to the channel, do a like, and give a comment as to what kind of strumming patterns you'd like to see, what kind of chord changes you want to be introduced to, any type of melodies, whatever it is that you want. Let me know and we'll practice them together. So right now, today was the same 4 strumming patterns that we had with E and A. A lot of people liked that video, and so I decided to do the same thing, but this time with a G and a D. And the reason why I wanted to do the same 4 patterns again is that it's going to reinforce those 4 strumming patterns, those 4 fundamental strumming patterns. But also, I wanted to introduce you to the 4-fingered G chord. So I have 6th string, 3rd fret, middle finger, A string, 2nd fret, index finger, open, open, and now my ring finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and my pinky, don't forget about the pinky, on the 1st string, 3rd fret. This is what is called either the rock and roll G or the 4-finger G or what I call the big boy G. And to me, I just love the sound of this particular chord. And what makes it nice is that when I'm going to go rocking back and forth between a G and a D, G and a D, is that I never have to leave my my ring finger off the fretboard. It stays anchored. So it makes transitions between those 2 chords very, very silky and smooth. So that's tip number 1, is that if you are using this particular G chord, which I was using previously in other little practice sessions, that's fine. If you want to use what I call the classical G, that's fine. But it's important to know the context of what you're playing in as to whether is this version of the G, the 4-fingered or the big boy G, is appropriate, or this version. You know, if I was going to be going between a C chord and a G, I would use this one because I don't have to move too much. I don't have to work too hard to get between the two grips. So that's the second tip. Another tip is, as I'm strumming, I'm not locking my elbow and I'm not locking my wrist. It's pretty smooth. The smoother it is, the better. So I'm not locking in and being stilted. It's just very smooth, very, very loose. As opposed to, because when you start locking in like that, it's kind of hard to control your volume. But with a loose wrist, it's easy to do. So that's it for today. Thanks for practicing with me. It was a lot of fun. I'll see you in the next session. Keep strumming.